Our next guest is a master of finding humor in everyday life, and his journey to comedy is just as interesting. Before hitting the stage, Dustin Nickerson was actually a youth pastor here in Seattle, and now he's a nationally touring comedian, and we have you on set. Woo!
Yes, thank you. I hate being up this early. This is a bad comedy hour. I'm happy to be here, and thank you for the opportunity. It is so rare for me to be awake. And not only awake, but awake and showered at this hour. So I just want to let you know, I showered.
You showered for me, thank you.
I almost said I showered thinking of you, but then I was like, that came across in no way the
way
I wanted to.
In 2
exactly.
seconds.
Getting canceled is the best thing that can happen in comedy. So let's open
We're halfway there.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the obvious, like we just said. You were a youth pastor.
I was, yeah,
and
amongst
now
other
the
things.
jump to full-time comedian. How did that happen?
It wasn't linear. It didn't go youth pastor stand-up. There were odd jobs there for a while, but yeah, I was a youth pastor in the Seattle area for a long time, and I was terrible at it because I don't like teens.
Oh my gosh. But there's got to be some similarities between the two jobs.
I would prefer, I mean, I don't know what this, I'm a father of teens, so this probably isn't the best thing to say, but I would prefer drunks over teens. I find them easier to tolerate. That's how hard being a youth pastor and a parent of teens is that I would take a bunch of rowdy drunks over their like apathy and just like staring at
Ignore
you.
it, yeah.
Oh, and they're mean. That being said, the reason as a father of teens now, I realized like that's why youth group got invented is because parents were like, this is God's problem.
They need some help.
Like atheists are sending their kid to church. They're like, I'm going to outsource you. I'm going to have you baptized for the shower just to clean you. So the boy, he smells.
Okay,
He's gone.
I'm seeing this like kind of theme, clean and mean. Describe your comedy.
Well, I think sometimes when people hear like clean comedy, they can think like cheesy, you know.
Dad jokes.
A lot of dad jokes, and that's not what I do up there. If I want to make fun of something, I will.
You're going full send.
Yeah, well, and mostly, for the record, the thing I make fun of the most is myself. You know, they talk about, you know, in comedy, don't punch down, you know, punch up. And then I do a lot of punching myself. So, you know, there'll be some jokes in there that maybe people are like, wouldn't expect necessarily out of a clean comic. But, you know, you got to be who you are up there.
Yeah. But like family off limits, you talk about your kids too?
I will talk, my wife and kids, yes, I do talk about them extensively. However, they all have veto power. So if they say like no, then they can take that out. And so sometimes if I think that there's a joke that they're not going to approve of, I won't tell them that joke for a long time. Let's see if I can just sneak this one into the Tonight Show.
Well,
I don't know how it happened.
And I understand you're living in Southern California now, after obviously living in Seattle.
Did you know you were allowed to move there? I didn't know.
I did live there for 4 years.
I lived here for 27 years, 27 years of darkness. And
the cold, the rain, you missed it?
And then an annoying amount of sunlight during the summer. You're like, it's 11, I need to sleep.
And no AC in a lot of places. We don't believe in AC here.
No, I moved down again after 27 years here. We moved to San Diego, and I was like, I didn't know you were just allowed to move here. I'm so happy all the time now.
But do you miss us? Like, are we funnier here in California?
Are you funnier?
Yeah, Seattleites.
You are funnier, but you're not happier.
Okay. You have better material when you live here than California.
The reason I don't fit in San Diego, specifically where I live, is San Diego is a city that lacks ambition because everyone's so happy. They just wake up every day and they're like, I can't believe I get to live here. I'm so happy. Seattle we create artists, we create, people who invent things, musicians, all this kind of, and what do those all have in common? They're indoors. They're people just spend all day indoors creating new things for the world to share, and they have a drive and ambition to them that people in San Diego.
You're still wearing your flannel though. I feel like you miss it. You're here. I also want to talk about your love for the Mariners. How are you feeling after that playoff run? Yeah,
thanks.
Why not? There you are. You're all of us with the Mariners.
I'm not. First off, I was angry. I was very angry. Not at any of the Mariners players or Dan Wilson. I was mad at my parents.
For making you a Mariners fan?
Why did I have to be born here?
I know.
There's no reason that I had to be born here. You know how cheap a one-way flight is to San Francisco? I could have had like 30 championships.
I know.
If I would have been born in the Bay Area. In every sport, I would have had. And plus, I would have gotten to cheer for Tim Lincecum, a University of Washington Husky the Mariners did not draft. Thanks for Brandon Morrow. Sorry, I'm bitter about so many specific things. So I was mad, and then I was kind of sad, reflecting that I passed on that generational trauma to my son.
Yeah. We're all there with you.
Yeah, no, because he lives in San Diego now, but he was born here, and I'm like, you don't have to do. You can choose a better life than this. But he doesn't. He's true to the blue, unfortunately.
Oh, I love him for that.
I do too.
I want to get to a podcast. You and your wife have a podcast together.
Yeah.
How do you balance parenting and comedy?
Oh, poorly. No, it's not.
Give us all some advice.
Yeah, we're not any example there. No, what you need to do is you need to exploit your children. That's what you need to do for creative gain. Is this the right answer? No.
I think so. Moving on, I want to get to this. You have a huge social following. What do you think is the drive there? Like your authenticity, obviously, but...
I don't know. Anytime, I'm like a 41-year-old dad, and anytime like I see like a hot young person that has less followers than me, I'm like, what are you doing? How did this not work out for you? How did I end up bigger than you on Instagram, which is mostly butts? How did I? Sorry, it's
thirst traps. Thirst traps. It's a little early for a thirst trap talk, but we could talk about it.
I think it's a miracle. I think it's the truth that it just goes to show that you know who is on Instagram and TikTok all day? It's a bunch of people my age in their cars waiting for soccer practice to end, just scrolling, and then they're going, oh, look, a guy who has a receding hairline like me and has some depression under his eyes. I'm going to give him a follow. When's he coming to the Tacoma Comedy Club?
You're relatable. You're authentic. We love you. Thank you so much for being here,
Thank you for
Dustin.
having me. This is great. I'm going to go back to sleep.
I could talk to you forever. Yeah, go back to bed now.
Yeah.
Dustin will be back in the area in March for shows at the Tacoma Comedy Club. Tickets to the show would make a terrific Christmas or Hanukkah gift. You're welcome for that gift idea. And thanks for spending time with us today. You can check our website for more of our content, and you can always send us an email to share your thoughts. Don't forget to enjoy your new day, and we'll see you next time.